So here we are this morning, back again, back to take two. Not quite sure what's going on with all of our technology this morning. Seems to be a bit problematic. If you can see me and you know that I'm up, please let me know. I'm going to move forward. With the last little segment, we were breathing ourselves into centeredness, and I had to restart the whole show again. So I'm going to take another couple deep breaths and we'll try to begin again. And here we go. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, hold, breathe out, in through the nose, hold, out through the mouth. Hi again. Come on back. So, in my previous experience in this life, the camera not working, having to go out, come back in, start over, would have just totally and completely frustrated me. It wouldn't have been enough. I'd have been mad. I'd have found somebody to blame for my trouble. It would just be horrible. But what's happened for me as a result of practice is to simply let it go and do the next appropriate thing. That's what's available. That is what's available. I was trained to come from the place that I'm not enough. I was trained to come from the place that I am damaged. I was trained to come from the place that I had to be fixed. I was trained to come from the place that I would never be enough. I know today that all of that is untrue. All of that is untrue. I am the presence of God wherever I am. I am well. All is well. And the only barrier between complete and total expression and understanding and embrace of my divine self is the fear and the training in me that keeps me from that. A friend of mine says, abundance arrives as you are open to it. You do not have to do anything. You just have to be excited and open to receive it. You do not have to deserve it or earn it. It is your divine right. Those group of statements are the whole of understanding the movement I must make in myself to embrace my divine consciousness, to embrace my divine character, to embrace my divine understanding. We are so well trained that this body right here, is who I am. But I am not this body. This body is the vehicle that carries me around. I am the divine spark of God. You are the divine spark of God. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, in this moment, that's who you are. However fantastic the experience you're having is, or however deplorable the experience you're having shows up for you, it is, in fact, your divine experience. And what it looks like and how it is presented is all about your perception of it. I personally could not get past being down and out until I come to the place that I said, down and out no longer works for me. What must I do? And then things showed up that I must have done or must do, and I didn't want those. I wanted it to look like something else. And so for years, I resisted what showed up for me to do to relieve myself of the bondage of this three-dimensional experience, and I wouldn't do it. Finally, the day came when see, because free will is a double-edged sword. Everybody here on the three-dimensional plane on this earth carries on about free will. I have free will. I can do whatever I want. And not everybody carries on about it. I mean, it is definitely something that is more available to some of us in some spaces of manifestation than it is to others in other spaces of manifestation. There are guaranteed a bunch of people in some really deplorable and despicable situations who do not understand or believe or have any idea that free will is theirs and they can choose in any moment to move and be in a different place. Fortunately, I chose to come into this reality in such a place as to realize that free will exists and that I can choose. And I know that you can choose. If you're looking at me and you're watching this morning, then you are in a place where you can choose. It's just a matter of making that choice. And to overcome or to set aside all of the belief processes within me to keep it from happening. Every time that I look out and go, stop doing that, look at yourself. Why is it that you do this way? I am limiting my own ability to step beyond it. I must look at myself. I must shoulder all the responsibility for the experience of this human being on my own shoulders and realize that I can choose in every moment the choice that empowers me as compared to the choice that disempowers me. Relax. Life is not happening to you. Life is happening for you. It's the life you chose for yourself to give you the highest opportunity to embrace remembering all of who you are. The whole point of this whole existence is to simply embrace I am the divine presence of absolute. I am the divine presence of everything all the time. There is nothing to fear. For many of us, simply getting to the place of saying, there is nothing to fear, is a whole lifetime's effort. Yet I promise you, there is nothing to fear. I am an eternal being. I am not this body. I am an eternal being. And long after this body has moved on, I will continue to be an eternal being. All of fear centers around, all of fear centers around this body will stop breathing. And then what? I don't know what's going to happen next. And then what? The truth is, I am what happens next. I am what happens next in every moment. I am the manifestation of all that is all the time. And so are you. And so are you. And so are you. Overcoming that recording that says I am not is the whole job. The whole point of this particular experience for every single one of us right here on earth in 2020 on Labor Day in America, the seventh day of September. All there is to know that I am all there is. All there is to know is that which is essentially you is all there is. Every time I've been having to tell myself over the last few days, because this little bit of fear has been bubbling up, a source of income that was available to me dried up. And after somewhere in the next few days, the last check from that experience will show up. And so the fear inside of me is going, oh, you have to do something. You've got to go out and make a change so that this doesn't stop and this and that and the other. But the reality is the most important understanding available is all is well. All is well. The income is coming. The income is here. Believe, know that I am all there is, and I am taking care of all that's necessary, and let it go. And let it go. Life is not happening to me. It's happening for me. All is well. I am okay. These are the constant mantras that I must continuously give to myself to remind myself, which is in fact this brain between these ears, And these emotions entrapped in this physical body, the intellect and the emotions and the ego are all part and parcel with this three-dimensional body. I am not, cancel that. I am the expression of all of that. And the training that is involved with it no longer supports that which I am. And I must let it go. I must let it go. I must let it go. The Beatles did a song, You Know It Don't Come Easy. Or actually, it was George Harrison did a song. You know it don't come easy. The letting go of the trappings of this three-dimensional world that limit my expansive self is what there is to let go of. And my friend says, and if your requests appear not to be heard, remember God's self knows you better than you know yourself. You were heard the first time. You have other things to remember first so that whatever is coming your way will benefit yourself and others in the greatest and most loving way possible. I simply need to realize all is well. All is well. Someone said to me the other day, well, if you just understood what I'm going through, you seem to be so free from all this. The truth is, I'm a human. I am a divine spark of God experiencing human Paulism who has chosen to detrain Paul and accept and embrace divine presence and understand. The practice is ongoing, moment by moment by moment by moment by moment. Realizing, just knowing it's so, just like I know I can swim, so getting in the water is not something I'm afraid of. There are so many examples and so many analogies. If I think of all the things that I do without ever choosing to do them, simply because I'm absolutely confident in what the outcome will be, it's mind boggling. But each of those is an example of all there is, of all there is. I am free. You are free. And so today we'll go out with my favorite song, and I hope it sticks with you all day. And every time it's necessary, it just pops up in your head. I am the light of God. I am the love of God. I am the power of God. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. You are the light of God. You are the love of God. You are the power of God. You are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God is. We are the light of God. We are the love of God. We are the power of God. We are the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well. I salute you as the presence of God. I embrace you as the presence of myself. Namaste.